Listen to me. If you plan on ever buying a home, do not, I repeat, do not ever get a home with an HOA.
My HOA will be putting a lien on my house and then starting the foreclosure process. Story time.
You know, I'm sitting at the ATM about to make my house payment after I just worked in 90+ degree weather, shitty, dirty fucking warehouse, and got paid not even $700 for the week.
It is literally impossible to buy a house right now. I currently work 3 jobs. My girlfriend works 2 jobs. We have a bunch of money saved up, and I still cannot buy a house.
Is being house poor worth it? Is owning a house but not being able to do anything, not being able to afford to go out and experience more life?
Well, guys, here we go.
Whoa!
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also like this video. It really does help my channel grow.
My HOA will be putting a lien on my house and then starting the foreclosure process. Story time. I bought a house in May of 2024 and my house is in an HOA. Now, when I bought the house, I didn't know of any issues or any work that needed to be done on the property. Everything was great for the first few months. And then in March of 2025, this year, I was notified that there was going to be work that needed to be done on all of the properties, and my portion was going to cost $23,000. This amount was later reduced to $22,000, and I started reaching out to my HOA, explaining to them like, hey, this must be a mistake because there's no way that I owe this money. I haven't even lived here for a full year. My HOA tells me that I need to reach out to my realtor and the seller, and I do so, and I find out that the seller provided information to my realtor that showed this work was going to be done, and my realtor never forwarded that information to me so that I can make the final decision on if I actually wanted to purchase the property or not. I've tried to work with my HOA so many times, explaining to them that I don't have the money to pay for this. I wouldn't have had the money last year. I wouldn't have had the money the year before that. Like, this is $22,000 out of pocket. And so I reached out to my realtor and I called her out on our mistake, and I've spoken with her boss, and I've been trying to speak to any attorneys with this company, any higher ups, and they basically told me that they will not be cutting a check for this mistake. This money was supposed to be due by April 30th, and I do think that I had an extension till June 1st because I was originally told that the payments would be June 1st, but it is now June 3rd, and I still don't have the money, and I won't have the money, and so I'm pretty sure that they're going to put a lien on my house and then foreclose it, and I'm going to be out of a home because my realtor did not forward me documents stating that this work was going to be done.
Well, guys, her situation is crazy. Let me give you this disclaimer. I am not a financial expert. I am not a realtor. I'm just a random guy talking BS on YouTube.
What?
But her situation, it is nuts. You know, I did a video before, I think 1 or 2 videos before, about, you know, buying a house in an HOA community. And here is the proof. Here's the proof that you should not buy a house on an HOA, you know, that you have to pay HOA. And her case, you know, the realtor, they just want to sell the house and get their commission, and they didn't tell this lady that the house that she was going to purchase, it was going to need repairs, and $22,000 in repairs.
Oh my God!
That's freaking crazy. So before you buy a house, ask all the right questions, because you don't want to end up in a situation like this lady.
You know, I'm sitting at the ATM about to make my house payment after I just worked in 90+ degree weather, shitty, dirty house, and got paid not even $700 for the week after taxes and everything, and now I gotta give all of it to the ATM for my house payment. I really don't want to deposit this. I really don't feel like giving over all of my money and being broke again for another week. What gets me even more pissed off is I'm a single mom. Okay, 2 baby daddies, 3 kids that I have. None of them pay a dime, never have. The state never made them either. So here I am scraping just to put gas in the car and to make it week to week. Scraping to just put a tiny bit of food in the house because everything's outrageous. And they're buying new cars, doing whatever the fuck they're doing, living life, not worrying about the kids. It's how we live as single parents. I wish I could just be like, no, I'm not paying it. He should pay it because it's housing his kids. I don't care. Split it between fucking both of them for all I give a fuck. Since you don't pay child support, maybe you should pay for them to live in the fucking house. You know what? That should be it. Since men across the board, like, doesn't matter what state, there's a bunch of them that don't want to pay for their children because they feel like they shouldn't have to. So you know what I feel like? For someone that's paid for all of them, their entire life, all on my own, by themselves, by myself, they eat more than I can fucking supply. Like, I should be able to say, fuck you, and they should pay for the house payment. How about that? How about you pay my house payment, and I'll pay for the children to eat, and clothes, and whatever. I think that's a fair deal. What do you think?
Guys, this lady, she's, debating if she make her house payment or not. But making a house payment or paying rent pretty much is the same. You need a place to live, so it doesn't matter if you are renting. It doesn't matter if you owning a house. The point is here that you need a place to live, so it doesn't matter if you making the mortgage payments or paying rent. And if you don't pay, you're gonna end up in the street. So, and like she said, she has 3 kids, and the father of her kids, they are not providing. So she's struggling here, a lot of people are in the same situation like her. So it's very sad, very sad.
It is literally impossible to buy a house right now. I currently work 3 jobs. My girlfriend works 2 jobs. We have a bunch of money saved up, and I still cannot buy a house. Otherwise, we'll be completely house poor. I am so sick of this. I'm so tired of it. We've been working so hard for so long. Both of our credit scores are 700 plus, 720 plus, and we're working our butts off. All we want to do is start our life, live our life, and we can't do it. I'm so tired of it. And now we find out that the money that we've been paying for taxes all this time is going to stuff that it shouldn't have gone to. I don't know how much more I can take, man. I don't know how much more I can take. Like, when is the American dream going to be feasible again? When is it going to be okay to work hard to get good things in life? With both of us combined, 5 jobs, and we can't afford a house. I'm so done, man.
5 incomes, and they cannot buy a house. Well, just keep working, guy. Keep working and saving your money. When time comes, you're gonna be able to buy it, because if, like you said, if you buy it now, you are going to be house poor, and then it's going to be worse.
Are you sure about that?
My opinion is just keep working. Don't get desperate, because you are not on the street, so you have a roof over your head, and just keep working. It's better to save a bunch of money than buying a house and then regret it, because like you said, being house poor is not good. It's not good. It's not a good situation to be in. You know, then after you get your house, you're gonna be unhappy and you're going to be regretting your decision of buying a house.
In that case, let's get to work.
So it's better to start to keep working and keep saving your money.
Is being house poor worth it? Is owning a house but not being able to do anything, not being able to afford to go out and experience more life and like make memories worth it? I see so many people on this app that are like, oh, well, I enjoy my mortgage and stuff like that. But do you? Like, you get one life. That's it. We all know that, okay? And to be stuck at home for maybe even, just say, the next 10 years, doing really nothing, watching Netflix and rotting away, is it really worth it? Because you felt the need, because society tells you that, like, if you don't own a house at some point, you're failing in life. You felt the need to follow those footsteps, and now you're stuck at home. I just feel like that's not worth it anymore. Yes, back in the day, you could own a house, you could go on trips, you could have this whole family thing, all this. But y'all that are trying to flex on others saying, oh, well, I own a house. You don't. Yeah, but at least they have the money to rent and leave the house and go and do things. I'm not saying you have to go party every weekend or anything like that, but at least they can go out and see their family, fly somewhere, take vacations. Like, give me your opinions in the comments, please.
Yeah, there is a lot of people that they own a house and they just are miserable because like this guy was saying, you know, they cannot do anything.
Fact.
Not even go out to buy a burger at McDonald's because they are struggling. So just follow whatever is right for you, whatever you think is best for you and your family. And if you cannot afford a house right now, it is okay. Just wait. Just wait a few years, and when the time comes, you know, it comes. But you don't want to be in a situation like your AC unit broke down on your house and you don't have the money to fix it.
Houston, we have a problem.
It's not a good situation to be in. So it's better to keep saving, and then whenever you're ready, just pull the trigger. That's my opinion. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think.
Listen to me. If you plan on ever buying a home, do not, I repeat, do not ever get a home with an HOA. I am currently getting sued by my HOA. If you don't know what an HOA is, it's a homeowners association. So when you buy a home, like in a community or whatever, they're the people who like take care of things within the neighborhood. If there's amenity, trash sometimes.
HOA, my opinion, you know what they are? They are crooks.
What?
And they are the living mafia.
Oh boy.
You know, lawn services and like that type of thing. I first purchased my home like 5 years ago now. When I first got my home, my HOA started at $200, which was, you know, that's about average. It made sense. My community is very like, it's real basic, okay? Like there's no gym, there's no security, there's no gate. They do have a pool, but it's like a community pool. It's not one of those like cute, nice pools. It's like very like...
Just wait for it. Wait for it. It started at $200.
I don't even want to swim in it. I have not swam in the pool since I've been there. Like it's rough, okay? Since then, my HOA rate has gone up to $450 per month. Nothing has changed since the $200 per month. It's just gone up. Apparently, they're just allowed to do that with no rhyme or reason. Like, I don't know, inflation, aliens, they can say whatever they want, but the price can just go up and you really like have no say.
Yep, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they freaking want and raise it as many times as they please.
Earlier this year, my HOA decided that they need to waterproof the crawl space under the units. This cost us homeowners an additional $500 per month for 7 months. So the $450 plus $500 plus my mortgage. That's like 2 mortgages. So all of a sudden my HOA is now $950 per month. I have all my stuff on auto pay because I ain't trying to remember like where my money gotta go. I'm gonna forget. So when the rate changed, my auto pay just stayed, you know, what I had it set at. So I missed the first couple payments. Then I peeped what was going on, and I reached out to my HOA like, yo, I ain't got $950 per month just for my HOA. Like, I ain't got it. I don't have it, and that's crazy. So what do they decide to do? They decide to hire lawyers to basically force me to give them money I don't have. On top of the $950, which I think over the course of like 7.
Are you guys listening to this? Learn from this lady mistake. Learn from her mistakes.
Did not tell you.
Months had totaled up to like $3,500 total. So now on top of that, they're now also charging me for their lawyer fees for the lawyers they hired to sue me. Make it make sense. How, where, in what world does that make sense?
Of course, you're gonna have to pay for their lawyers.
Now I owe my HOA $10,000, and I'm just like, hello? I'm trying to negotiate with these people like, yo, I don't have that. Can we just settle for like the actual amount of like the fucking crawl space or whatever? Like, I'll figure out that money and just get, and they're like, no, you need to pay our lawyer fees too. Okay, well, I ain't got, like, I literally don't have it. What you want me to do? I live in Atlanta, so I don't know if it's different in other states, but here, baby, in Atlanta, they got free reign. They could just out of nowhere raise your HOA to $950 per month. That's literally another mortgage. Why would you do that? What is the reason? If any of y'all been through something like this or have some advice, maybe know something that I don't know, hey, help me out, okay? Help me out, because they about to lock me up. I don't know what happens when you get sued and you just don't have the money. I don't know what happens. I don't know if I go to jail. I don't know. If anybody else is going through this, has gone through this, let me know. And for everybody else who has not gone through this, if you can avoid it, don't get a house with an HOA, okay?
Lady, it's not only Atlanta. Pretty much it's everywhere. Anywhere in the United States, if you buy a house that is in an HOA community, forget it. You're gonna have to pay the price.
Use your common sense.
You're gonna have to pay whatever they tell you to pay. And answering your question, they just want to get your house. They're not gonna throw you in jail, but what they're gonna do, they're gonna foreclose your house. If you don't pay all the money they are requesting, you're gonna lose your house and you're gonna be in the streets.
Who does that?
Simple as that. Simple as that. Like I said, these HOAs, people, they don't freaking care.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody. They just care about money.
Get money.
So, like I said, it's not only you. Here in Florida, I will say like more than 50% of the houses, they belong to this freaking mafia, the HOA mafia. And a lot of people, they love to live on these communities because they feel safe. They feel safe because they have a security guard driving around in a golf cart. Driving around a golf cart. And that's why they do it. But I always said, on the first year, it's going to be rainbows and flowers. Rainbows and flowers. Like this lady was saying, you know, she started paying $200, and then they raise it to 450. I think she said 450. Man, I'm dead. And then whenever they decide to do whatever renovation on the community, plant a palm tree or whatever, they're gonna charge you. You're gonna have to pay for that freaking palm tree that they are planting. And if they decide to remodel, let's say the pool or anything else, it's gonna come out of your pockets. At the end, you only have to pay the money. Whatever the money they tell you to pay, you're gonna have to pay it. Otherwise, they're gonna sue you and they are going to get your house.
Help me! Help me!
Yep. So do your research before you sign on the dotted line, buying a house in one of these communities. Believe me, you will regret it. You will regret it in the future. So, my opinion, don't do it. Take this lady advice and this lady example what she's going through, and she's not the only one. There are hundreds of videos on social media, people complaining about these HOAs communities, people complaining about these HOAs mafia, because that's what they are running. They are running a mafia. So don't do it. Don't do it. So guys, if you made it this far into this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are going to be doing a $50 Amazon gift card in the future once we reach 2,500 subscribers.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
So make sure you support my channel by subscribing, also liking this video. It really does help my channel grow. I really appreciate your support, and see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.